In the fourth round last year, having progressed 2 rounds further than Leeds, who fell to Histon exactly a year and a day ago.
Only 3 players survived from the Kettering team that ran Fulham close in the fourth round last season. There have been several changes to the squad in the last few days alone. So Kettering debuts today for Saul Davis and Richie Partridge, newly signed on loan from MK Dons. 4 of that 11 are on loan. Goalkeeper manager Lee Harper plays with the pain of a nagging back problem. Leeds United field as strong a side as is available. Maybe 4 or 5 of their first-choice lineup are missing, though. They have a debutant in Tony Capaldi on loan from Cardiff, where he was an FA Cup finalist just 18 months ago. The other fullback, Jason Crowe, returns after 2 months out with a hamstring injury. Jermaine Beckford is the obvious threat. 13 goals already this season. Crisis Club meets recovering crisis club. Kettering Town in need of a sprinkle of the FA Cup's magic dust. Leeds United looking ready for bigger and better things. It is a classic cup pairing in so many ways. Is there an upset on the cards, Andy Townsend, or not?
Well, Clive, I was at Northwich yesterday. We were amazing against Charlton in round 1. They couldn't quite see it through against Lincoln, a very determined Lincoln side yesterday. But Kettering, in this first 10 or 15 minutes, they must try and make some headway in the game, control the ball a little bit and test the goalkeeper.
Howson, who's standing in as Leeds captain in the absence of Richard Naylor. Driven against Elding. Right back is the youngest player, 19-year-old Greg Taylor. Straight to Lee Bromby. Here's Tony Capaldi, who's only been at Leeds 3 days. And now Beckford, just tagged by Patrick Nubisi. Mark Cooper is here, 2.5 seasons in charge of Kettering until a fortnight ago. One of his first points as Peterborough manager yesterday. Crowe. Tossed in towards Snodgrass, but dealt with by Greg Taylor. Ashikodi, now he's all alone, but he can run. And run at Mikulek. Now he's got support from Partridge if he gets his head up, but he didn't. Still Ashikodi, might come for Elding. Now it comes for Partridge. He's gone for the chip, and he wasn't very far away. Audacious effort by Richie Partridge, who was screaming for the ball earlier, but got his chance in the end.
If Ashikodi had only got his head up, he was still looking for RPR to have a shot himself. It comes out to Partridge, who very cleverly tries to drift that to the back post.
Partridge. Won by Snodgrass, and now Kilkenny. In towards Beckford. Just nicked it away from Harper. Headed back by Snodgrass, kept off the line by Dempster and headed away by Roper. First real threat from Leeds United, but Lee Harper's troops gathered around him and smuggled it away. Elding tagged by Bromby. Here's Grella, and that's a great ball in towards Beckford. Oh, hits the underside of the crossbar. That was slick play from Leeds. Still a chance for Snodgrass, and he hits the outside of the post twice in a matter of seconds. The frame of Lee Harper's goal rattled first by Beckford and then by Snodgrass.
That is a stunning through ball. That's as good a ball as you'll see anywhere in a competition, believe me. Beckford's unlucky. Snodgrass also pings it off the post, and they're wondering how they're not in front.
Kilkenny. Howson has found some space here, and he's found Snodgrass in support. 3 white shirts in the centre, and Howson with a header. Wasn't far away.
He knows it, Clive. That's a great chance. It's the first time Snodgrass has really produced a ball, and it's right on the money. It's in a great spot. Howson, look, that reaction says it all. He knows he must at least make Harper get his hands dirty there. It's a great ball in, and he should do better. Taylor's header.
Now Capaldi. Howson waiting again, and Davis had to defend that. It's come for Grella, and that's fantastic block by Dempster. Wonderful.
What sensational defending that is. He's hurled himself. He's come from about 5 yards away to get the block on. It's not a good header out, and it falls nicely for Grella, who really pings it. Well done, Dempster. He has thrown himself at that.
Crow. Just upended by Elding. Snodgrass with a free kick. Good defending again by Roper.
Mickey Droy reminds me of Clive. I was a Chelsea fan as a kid, and he's just like him. He's throwing himself in everywhere.
Snodgrass takes this one. Harper thought about it. It was almost a free header for Beckford. He's been penalised. Just levered Dempster to the floor before heading goalwards.
Yeah, he just wrestles him out of the way there, really. The referee spot on, he sees it. Just pulling him round and doesn't really get enough on it either.
It's good thinking, Dad, bringing the brolly. It's a good idea of yours, that. Asher Cody. Staked by Bromby. Elding on his way. Asher Cody's found him. Partridge in support. Elding going for goal. Well, it was worth a snapshot because Ankergren wasn't quite set.
Yeah, Partridge has a lot of ground to make up.
Here's Grella meanwhile. Mike Grella could stop. Really opening up. We wonder how much longer we can go in this game without a goal.
Well, this was the Elding one, good chest. He did have Partridge, who was trying to cover the ground. Ankergren well behind that.
Kettering are going to make a change. Moses Asher Cody is the man who's going to make way for Danny Thomas. An unhappy Asher Cody.
Well, I think that's disappointing, actually. I know, look, he's unhappy. But put the top on, get in the dugout and watch the rest of it with the rest of the team, for goodness sakes.
I wonder who made that decision, whether it was John Dean or Lee Harper. Davis with a free kick. Towards Elding and hit first time by Hislop. And just wide, it actually was deflected wide. It's a corner kick.
It's a great ball in, and Mikulek can't get it. It's not enough height on it. Elding really holds it up well, and Hislop is so unlucky. That's a great strike, and just a deflection, maybe forcing it wide.
Lee Harper going through all the emotions at the other end. Leeds managed to smuggle it clear. Beckford, now Snodgrass. Took that well in his stride. He's got Grella and Beckford with him. Tucked into Grella, it wouldn't quite run for Beckford. Let's get the lowdown on that substitution. Gabriel Clark is with John Dean.
So what's the thinking about the substitution?
Well, what we've done is obviously we've sacrificed one striker, and what we've gone is with an individual now. So Anthony knows he hasn't got to work so much into the wide areas, and what we will do is hopefully we'll get good delivery from both our wingers, Dan Thomas and Richie Partridge on the other side of the ball.
You might not have seen it. You might not have seen it, but Asher Cody wasn't happy. He goes straight down the dressing room tunnel.
Oh well, that's football players, modern day footballer, isn't it?
You have to live with that. Good luck.
The Anthony being Anthony Elding, who's now the lone front man, but there are two wide men. Here's one of them, Partridge with the free kick. Ankergren's under pressure, it's in! It's Roper, and Kettering Town have taken the lead here. Big Ian Roper thumps a header into the back of the Leeds United net. And they are half an hour away from another FA Cup shock.
I wonder for a split second if it was going to come back off the bar. The goalkeeper's never getting there. He actually bumps into Mikulek, his own centre-half. Incredible. Look at Lee Harper as well. He loves it.
It's a dangerous ball in, and a really good header by Crow, tipped over by the manager, Lee Harper.
Great save. You know, if it had been anywhere other than right at him, I think the goalkeeper would have been struggling. It is a good leap, but it's right at him, just above him. And the manager's able to get a hand on it and tip it over the bar. You don't say that too often.
Good header away this time by Mubisi. Doyle. Snodgrass is there, but he can't keep it in. Goes flying into the advertising hoardings. He's okay, thankfully, but Leeds United are not.
Yep, this ball was just slightly over here. You can see Snodgrass running in. He's on the back of Taylor, ghosting in. It's just over hit. Can't get it.
Beckford. Snodgrass. Another clip cross, and another save by Harper. Might still come for Doyle. Howson's there, but somehow Kettering say, "You shall not pass." And Lee Harper central again.
What a save this is. That's a fantastic stop. Just total reaction. He just puts his hands up and you're wondering, is Snodgrass going to get something on it? No. Incredible.
Howson to Becchio. Here's Johnny Howson again. Space for Snodgrass. It's in from Beckford. Leeds United equalise. And guess who? Jermaine Beckford. The pressure tells. And Leeds will believe they can go on and win it from here.
You can't say they didn't deserve it. They have kept believing. They have kept pushing. It's the first time little Partridge just allows Snodgrass too much room. And it's a good finish. It's a goal scorer's finish. He puts himself down the line of the ball, gets a foot on it, anything, and it's in the back of the net. Those Leeds fans are starting to believe, of course, that there's more goals here.
Kilkenny. Howson. Still Johnny Howson. He's been allowed to run a long way here. Oh. What a goal that would have been.
It's a great run from the skipper. Once he starts driving towards the box, any little outstretched leg or anything here could be a penalty. He's unlucky. It's a great effort.
For 15 minutes, Lee Harper thought about monopolising the headlines, but Simon Grayson's team kept playing, kept doing what has made them successful this season. And Beckford came up with an equaliser for them.
Well, boss, that would have been a decent and very satisfactory result as a player, but how does that feel as a manager?
Absolutely fantastic. It's been a very hard, difficult week for everybody associated with the football club. We knew we had nothing to lose today, just go and enjoy ourselves. The lads give everything for me, for everybody. I thought it was a magnificent performance. We're always going to be up against it, but I'm over the moon.
When you go one up, and then when you're stopping so many headers and shots yourself, are you starting to believe you're going to win this as well? You must have been.
Yeah, I felt like we had a real great chance. I thought he was going to hold on, but they've got quality, you know, and that's an absolutely fantastic ball that he's fizzed in. And Beckford's just got a touch. It's a great finish. That's what we're up against, but we knew that. We just want to try and hold on, and I think that's a fantastic.
We played very well today. We created a lot of chances. As you said, Lee played an absolutely blinding game for him. But we've got players who can score us goals, and we just had to keep believing, keep going to the end, and we didn't want to recreate what happened last year.